While they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. A beautiful fake.
Come on, let's go. At their own 24-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check the out, check the out, check the out.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I got it.
Keep going, O, keep going.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, wahoo!
Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, look, 280. Man, 80. 6-6. Pull it high.
On 2nd down, Love. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here's Darnold. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Now Hunt. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ja'Kai Polite just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, hold.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen, they'll go screen here to Hunt. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Mike's back. Round 80. Mike's back 4. Check pass. Check pass.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Quentin Williams. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Ain't no such thing as a look. We taking wins home. Hey, hold. Mike 54. Mike 54. Let him know. Hey, exit. Right there, 54, right there, 54.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. That is caught at the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mike. Mike, fight forward. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6 as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. So he came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Mike, 54. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Sam. Mike, 54.
Now this time, Allen will throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. A big play here for the Bills. 66 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch the safety creep. 25, check 20. 80 weapon.
On second and very short. Allen to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They come out here in the eye. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Alert! 57. Get ready. Get ready. Hey, orbit.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. George Kittle, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. They took a pretty big risk right there, going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Darnold, flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Here's Allen to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Check, Mike, 27. I got one.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Second down and 10. Darnold got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Darnold now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but first and 10 here. Back to throw, Darnold. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And Darnold, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Mike 27, Mike 27. Exit.
To throw again on second down. Darnold looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Craig. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Bills 52, Jets nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on first down, Darnold going up top. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who have gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
54. Here we go, D.
They'll keep it on the ground. Crane. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now it's Darnold, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Again, Darnold. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 1. Darnold now to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. From a yard out. And the Jets are at least able to knock the deficit down a bit. Point after, up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want...
And he loses the football a second time, and it's scooped up by the Jets.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Check Mike 27. Man, that's trash. Young lady. Mike 27.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Mike 27, Mike 27. Hey, Charlie.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Buying time to his left. On the catch, it's Crowder. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
On the draw, this is Love. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And here he'll get it down to the 7. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now.
And he's in! Touchdown, Jets! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to get a score back.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6 as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He's got a man, complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Darnold to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. 3 down. 3 down. 3 down. Red 80.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's...
Accelerating, and off he goes. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6 as his guys continue to pour it on. Now the try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Bills 66, Jets 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. Actually, I've heard of it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And he's got it complete to Anderson. Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. From the 50, it's Darnold. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 32. And yes, folks, that is his 5th interception, a new NFL record.
And that's absolutely phenomenal. I just have to flat out applaud him. What a great effort in this game. But let's face it, when you look back at the numbers of guys who had 4 in the past, you'll find the names of some of the greats and some guys who just had a fantastic game.
And now... defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
49, check 49, check 49.
To the air, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. as he'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here's Ryan Allen now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. They're on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. And really pouring it on now are the Falcons. A win would be their first of the young season. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need. And, oh, my goodness, he loses it again. And the Jets have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free, creating something good for you.
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 11. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Craig. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Buffalo.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me